Yo, what is up? Welcome back to Buttery Bells. Yeah. All right, part two. Okay, it is the next day from part one, and we're about to jump outside and get right onto our oil leaks. And then later on in the video, we will catch up on our tow hooks and some of the interior stuff that we've got going on. So let's get right to it. I actually need this. Filter, oil, dump all down there. So, as I showed in part one, I got a little bit of leak coming from my oil pan right here. So it's like a little pin-sized hole, like I must have hit a rock or something. I don't know. My car's pretty low, so I think I just smashed the pan, and now she just has like a little seepage. You can see where I tried to repair it before with JB Weld, but I obviously didn't drain the fluid out and it didn't work. So now we're going to try to drain the fluid first and then JB Weld it and see if that fixes our oil leak. If not, I'm gonna have to replace the oil pan. So, and that's just money we don't want to spend. So, JB Weld for the win. There's actually two drain plugs. This one's the front, and there's another one for that back spot. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. It reached some cleano. Maybe we'll see if I can kind of chisel a good amount of that off. So this is what we're dealing with. Right there, somehow it leaks. Like it's a little freaking crack. I don't know how it happened. Maybe it was when the oil pan was off, it got damaged, and I put it on and didn't realize, but it just seeps ever so slightly out of there. So I'm gonna actually try to brush the surface down, get a better mating surface, and then we'll try to clean the oil out a little bit better, really dry her up, maybe let her sit for an hour or so, and then come slap the JB Weld on her. I grabbed some of this degreaser from my work. I'm just gonna spray it everywhere. Now, I kind of think since contact cleaner dries super quick, if I just like hose her in there a bit, might help dry the inside. Real quick, we'll go ahead and install our Motorcraft oil filter. See if I can. Whoop, whoop. Oh yeah, she don't take a lot. Just get a little bit of lube on there.
Nice.
Nice and tight, not too tight. JB Weld, world's strongest bond.
Oh, that's a lot of damage!
Alright, so right off the bat, a couple things that I'm now realizing that need to get rebolted down. Not supposed to have anything loose in your car necessarily. A lot of the stuff's still connected, so it's not gonna go flying, but I definitely want to reconnect this. I've got two little bolts that I believe I'm sitting on right now for them. But yeah, I just need to reconnect this. And then I have my whole centerpiece here that needs to be reconnected. I'll show you guys. And then we're briefly gonna go over my fire extinguisher.
Set fire to the rain! Watch it fall! Shit!
I have it located right by the passenger feet, where, I mean, I can reach and touch it like this. I just need to see if that's gonna be okay with the track regulations. So that being said, let's get this bolted up. Realistically, probably only need one, but if both of them fit, we'll slap both of them in. They look the same, but they're two different heads. Zap her down. Beautiful. Boom. One thing fixed. Now I can actually use my blinkers easier.
Do you plan to use it? No, I'll probably just keep barreling through intersections.
Sweet. All right, on to the next. Pop that into place. Wow. Nice and solid. So from the outside, it's not too noticeable, but yeah, you get up close and we got a crack going all the way down the center here, as you can see. So I have nothing in my view, but this side of the window is destroyed. So we got the crack running all the way down the middle. And then right here is where the engine hoist hit. Just kind of leaned forward and the wheel tapped that and caused this. And it's just kind of cracked more and more over time. So as the track regulations goes, if the crack is in the field of vision, it is not going to pass tech. So that being in the center of the windshield at all, it is not going to pass tech. I'm going to have to replace this windshield as well. The fire extinguisher needs to be in reach of the driver. So theoretically, if I reach down here, I can pop this out real easy and grab it. If I had a harness, I don't think I'm gonna be able to reach that. You know, my seatbelt, the last thing I kind of wanted to chat with, it doesn't really work too well. I'll try to get buckled in here real quick. See how it sucks.
I guess everything's okay.
I mean, I can reach it when it extends, but if I were to, it sucks. Quick thought of maybe swapping the passenger seat belt to the driver's side. The passenger, as you can see, reels in just fine. Yeah, so we're gonna try to unbolt the passenger seat belt and see if it'll fit on the driver's side. It's a 50-50 if it's gonna work or not. All right, so here's what I found out. The seat belts are directional. They have this little tab that sits in the hole. I'm gonna show you guys in a second, but I just took the passenger one and flattened it out and hoping that it works fine. It sits in there like that. So that tab, I just bent up on that side and we're gonna bolt it up and see if that works. Yeah, all right. Passenger seatbelt is on the driver's side. Look at that. I ain't going nowhere. The one thing is, it doesn't like have any looseness unless I like kind of jump it. But then it gives me some slack. But it does go back. So I think that'll work good for the track. I'd say that'll pass tech. And even better yet, since I have the stock seat belt, I should be able to reach the fire extinguisher, no problem. Yo. All right, it is now the next day. It has roughly been about 24 hours since we did the JB weld on the oil pan. As you can see here, I now have that power steering line from part 1 that we figured out was bad. I'm gonna throw this line on, get our power steering leak all fixed up, and then today we're gonna go hop out there and check out our JB weld. Well, I don't see anything leaking through it. That means we can throw some oil in it and see if it holds. So you guys can get a close up. That's our JB weld all dried up. Just nice and smooth. I don't see any like cracks or holes. So we'll see how she does through a couple heat cycles. While we're down here though, look, that's power steering fluid. The oil filter is on and tight. The drain plugs are both tight. We're gonna go ahead and throw some oil on this thing, see if that hole holds up. Beautiful. Alright. I just dropped a lot of oil right on the header. I'm gonna go see if I have a funnel. God damn it. So approximately 5 quarts for stock one. Mine's a 306, so I add like extra half quart. Alrighty. I got the new line right here. I'm gonna start by popping the bottom line off. Ugh. There we go. Finally. Oh my god, I totally just disconnected the wrong freaking line.
Oh my god! Even though they broke. Oh my god!
It's supposed to be this line. Oh my god. Now look, it leaks down here. I disconnected the wrong line. Oh. That line is now off as well. So, this one will be replaced. This one, I'm now thinking of replacing as well. Let's disconnect this top part once again. Whoosh. Out with the old, in with the new. This one went bad. I'm thinking we might as well just replace this if it's not too expensive, you know? So, let's go get some parts ordered. Okay. What has turned from one power steering line has quickly turned into all the power steering lines except for the heat transfer. So let's go ahead and swap the rest of the power steering lines on and make sure this power steering system is crossed off our list. Breaking a fucking sweat.
Wow! Okay!
I was like, what just leaked on me? It's sweat coming out of my glove. Oh my gosh. Gross.
An eternity later.
My face was right there.
Oh my gosh.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Holy crap. Woo! Routed the hose in between the brake lines so I don't gotta zip tie it.
Oh my god, it's Albert Einstein! It's Albert Einstein, oh my god!
Now the moment you all been waiting for. Oh yeah. Look, that's how you know it's good. And you got freaking swimming hands. I don't know how good the shot was, but look pretty from the heat transfer. Boom to the rack. Got these. They sit loose because that's how it's supposed to be, but they're nice and tight. New line, fresh hose, fresh hose, fresh hose. Got the cable, don't worry about that. And then up to the top. Got that hose routed up to the back of here, nice and fresh. This one's nice and fresh. Now we just need to add fluid, put our new cap on, and then test this hoe. I was gonna say I see fluid on the ground, but that's from earlier. All right, just a quick recap. This is all the stuff we replaced on our power steering system. All this stuff. High pressure line, return line, the other line. But yeah, as I'm dripping fluid onto my paint, I'm gonna go throw all the old stuff away and then we'll start it up and make sure the new stuff don't leak. right, we're gonna zoom you guys in right on that line that was leaky before. Okay, so if I start it and it starts leaking out of there, you guys better start fucking yelling. Alright, to bleed the power steering system, you basically just run it and turn your wheel side to side however many times until you get the bubbles out of it. I'll typically go 15 turns each way, and that usually gets it pretty good. Right on the money. We're good, nothing's leaking out of there. Let's check the bottom. Woo! We're looking good down there. There's a little close-up. Probably really hard to hear me, but we're not leaking there. We're not leaking there, so we're good. No leaks in the power steering system. We're now chilling. All right, and then let's check on our JV weld. So far, the JV weld is not leaking through, so we're gonna call that a success. It probably needs to go through a couple heat cycles till it would actually fully leak, but for now, keeping our fingers crossed that it fixed it. All right, let's give her a couple reps just for some smiles.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Yep, I'd say it's totaled. What do you think? Hey, come back here. We were doing a skit. Get up here. Fix this thing. Fix this car. Yeah, mechanic Coop. All right, what's your diagnostic? It's fixed. Yeah, good job. Good boy. You fixed your car. Good boy. I know, Cooper. Don't open it. It's a little warm now. You can't open the coolant till it's warm. You tricked me. You can't open it if it's warm. If it's warm, don't open it. So we're gonna give this a second to cool down. Oh shit, would you look at that? Got some more water wetter. You know what that means. We better wet that water, boy. Yeah, so part one, as you can see, the coolant was still there. I did not flush her good enough. So round two, we're gonna drain this bitch again, and this time we're gonna flush her real good and make sure she gets up to operating temp before I throw this in. That way we know all the coolant's out of it. Learn from our mistakes. So $10 bottle water wetter later. Let's do it. Alrighty, so while we're waiting for the car to cool down, we're gonna go ahead and throw our strap on.
Ha! Gay!
Yeah, we're gonna throw our strap on. No, not that. We're just gonna throw our strap on. We have Blocks Racing tow hook strap black. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so there's part number if you guys want what I got. Don't remember what site I got it off of. I think I actually got it straight off Block's site, so pretty good, came pretty fast. As far as I can tell, it seems to be really good quality. It's a lot thicker. You guys can see probably from all the other clips in the video that we've already got the one up front, and it feels so much sturdier than the last strap did. So that's why we're actually upgrading to these straps. Before I actually had this on the front as well. It's one of the like Amazon muggin. I mean, it works. It actually towed me a couple times, but then it ended up ripping when we put it under a little bit too much load and fighting back on a tow. So we're gonna swap this out for something that I know will fit, or not fit, but something that I know that will hold up to the weight of the car. Quickly, you can see I've just tapped into like my main bash bar. That's kind of where a normal tow mount would go. So I just tap into the bash bar. This one, I think there might be a hole that I got lucky on, but the front one I actually had to drill into the bash bar, which took some time, but it did work and it holds pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and unbolt this one and see if we got to drill a hole out at all, because I know this one is quite a bit bigger. Ugh. That came undone really easy. Definitely gonna have to drill this. This is you. This is the guy she tells you not to worry about. I'd be worrying. Much bigger bolt. Oh yeah, much better. So before we start drilling, this girl's a 19. A 19 millimeter, she's thick. Oh yeah. All right, just for quick reference, that's the hole that we had before. And this is the bolt we gotta go into, so let's start drilling. We're pretty far off. Look at that. Look at that. Boom, I got it. New toe strap. Nice and tight. Blocks Racing. Lot better quality. Bedtime. Catch you guys in the next clip. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. I have no clue what day we're on, when we started this. It's been a little while. I've kind of been slacking on getting this part 2 done. But today I am flushing the cooling system a little bit more. I flushed it once yesterday. I just flushed it another time. We're about to flush it for the 4th time and hope that all the coolant is out. It's a little hard without a vacuum sucker, but we're just doing it the old-fashioned way, slowly getting all the coolant out so it's not green and the track approves us. So let's pull this hose off and see if it's all good. I know it looks green in the bucket, but that's because I flushed it a couple times in that bucket, so it is definitely got coolant in the bucket. But as far as what's coming out of both hoses, looks like just water. So fingers crossed that next time we actually fill it up and bleed the system, it's only water. Fingers crossed. Catch you then. I said not to chop this and use it as a funnel because it started melting on me on the last one, but it kind of worked good other than it started melting. So I'm going to chop it again and use it as a funnel again. Screw it. The idea, I'm actually going to mount it on this side of things. That way the hose can go all the way to the bottom. That way if it needs to siphon fluid back in, it can do so. As you can see, I now have our water bottle set right there. So that's our new overflow, nice and secured. The hose is actually going all the way down to the bottom now, so it can siphon fluid back in as needed. Now we're going to start the car and start the bleeding process. Woo-wee! Well, as you can tell by my hair, I'm super sweaty. It's been a hot, hot day, but I've had the car running for about like an hour now, just idling. I've put the radiator cap back on. I wasn't seeing any more bubbles. And then on our gauge inside, it comes up to like 185, drops right back down to like 165, something like that. She ain't going above like 185, 190 at idle. So I'm gonna call that a success on the cooling system. We'll keep an eye out for leaks, obviously, when we put more of a load on her. But as of right now, there's no coolant leaks. And and no overheating. So that's a success on the cooling system. I just double checked the power steering system. The fluid is full and we don't have any leaks currently. So I'm gonna call that a success on the power steering as well. And we're gonna hop underneath, double check our oil pan fix and see if that's all good. It looks good. All right. That is gonna be the end of part 2. We have the cooling system all said and done, the power steering system all said and done, the oil system all said and done. So yeah, that's gonna be a wrap to the video. I do have the battery terminal covers all set in place. Taking the car for a couple test drives, put some load on it. All our leaks are holding up just great, handy dandy. So go ahead, leave a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe for more. You're gonna see this car on track in about 2 weeks. That is when our next event is. There's a little sneak peek of some vinyl that you guys will see on the channel shortly. And we're gonna have another video out very soon of a rear seat delete. So stay tuned, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you on the next one.